Welcome to Agenda Edina, a news program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Soon, you might be seeing 2-for-1 drink specials in Edina. The City Council has agreed to hear a proposal for a change in local law that would allow for happy hours and other promotions of alcoholic beverages. The Minnesota Restaurant Association requested that the city review its law dealing with the sale of liquor and wine, specifically the subsection covering sale prices. Association Executive Vice President Dan McElroy reported that members have found it difficult to comply with the local law while remaining competitive with venues in nearby communities.
Edina is the only community that we know of that has a prohibition against anything called happy hour or against discounting alcohol. And my members love Edina and they like doing business here, but it is somewhat challenging to compete with restaurants in cities that don't have that restriction.
The council is expected to consider the issue at a meeting later this month. The City Council has had a full plate. Last month, they approved a 5-year capital improvement program. This month, members will adopt the 2012 budget. Major capital projects planned for 2012 include the replacement of a Zamboni at Braemar Arena, a new restroom at Centennial Lakes Park, remodeling of Edina Liquor Southdale, pathway renovation at Roslyn Park, water meter replacements, well rehabilitations, storm sewer and water main improvements, and neighborhood street reconstruction projects. Now that the CIP is complete, the Council will work to finalize the city's 2012 operating budget. The Council will hold a public hearing on the 2012 budget at its meeting December 6th and is expected to act on it December 20th. Some big changes are being planned for one of Edina's most popular landmarks, and the city of Edina is being asked to play a big part. Edina 16, Scott Denfeld has the story.
The recent opening of a new Herberger's department store in Edina signals the beginning of big changes at Southdale Center.
It means so much to Southdale. We truly believe that Herberger's is going to provide us with a boost.
Future plans for historic Southdale Center, the nation's first fully enclosed mall, include a brand new food court.
It will be over in the JCPenney wing. We're also going to move a corridor and just provide better access to that JCPenney wing in general, and we're hoping it will draw a lot of local businesses and things like that.
And the hope is that a new anchor store combined with enticing food options will stimulate growth at the Edina landmark.
Residents are very proud of this mall. They want it to be back, they want it to be successful, and that's what we want as well.
City of Edina staff are also interested in the growth of Southdale, which represents an important part of Edina's economy.
The City Council believes that a healthy Southdale is important for Edina. They've asked staff to interact with Simon Properties to see what we can do as a city government to help make that happen.
What develops out of that interaction remains to be seen, but the success of Southdale is the common goal between the city and Simon Properties.
I think Southdale is important to the overall image of Edina.
This is the beginning of a wonderful thing, and we're very excited about it here at Southdale.
For Edina 16, I'm Scott Denfeld.
Southdale Center is hoping to open the new food court in late 2012. Grandview Tire and Auto in southwest Edina will be the site of a demonstration project for commercial energy conservation. Last month, the city approved a property-assessed clean energy, or PACE program. Allowed by the state legislature in 2010, PACE programs are meant to allow cities to assess to a private commercial property the energy efficiency and conservation improvements made to it. The local program will be called the Edina Emerald Energy Program. The program provides private funding through a special assessment conduit that is secured by the property itself, not the borrower.
As part of the Green Steps programs, the City of Edina is committed to take steps to reduce its carbon footprint. This is one of the ways that we could do that by reducing energy consumption within the City of Edina.
Since opening, owners of Grandview Tire and Auto at 70th Street and Cahill Avenue have been interested in making some improvements to the property to make it more energy efficient. They volunteered the property as the city's demonstration site for the Edina Emerald Energy Program.
new to the automotive industry, and also city code, abiding too, is with the double pane insulated glass garage doors. This facility in particular, we also have two 350,000 BTU waste oil boilers. They're clean burn waste oil boilers that provide 100% of the heat required in this facility.
The city received a $10,000 grant from the state for legal fees associated with development of its PACE program. Still to come, downtown Edina lights up the holiday season. But first, we'll look at the city's plans to honor the community's veterans when we return.
Hi, I'm Jim Hovland. I'm the mayor of Edina. I can't tell you how excited we are to join Blue Cross Blue Shield as a partner in the Do Town project. A healthy lifestyle for everybody, great eating habits, and activity for everybody. Ways to make our town a healthier place to live. Ways to help people live longer, better lives. This is up to all of us. Let's get in there and work together, and let's make Do Town a success.
Let me see you shake that body. Come on and rock that body. Let me see you get down. Everybody move your body. Let me see you shake your body. Come on and rock that body. Let me see you move something.
Welcome back. Marshall Schwartz has spent more than 1,000 hours researching the names of Edina's servicemen and women killed in action. Those names will be etched in a memorial honoring Edina's veterans. Last month, the City Council approved the Veterans Memorial Committee's proposal for a V-shaped granite plaza within Utley Park, with 3 illuminated flagpoles, a gathering space for more than 150 people, area for contemplation with benches, wall displaying the 5 military service emblems, and the names of those residents killed in action. The focal point will be a figurative sculpture of an eagle with a wreath. The V-shaped plaza is meant to symbolize victory.
It honors all veterans. It honors very special group, the 32 people that we've identified who didn't come home, whose lives ended early, and who were our neighbors, our classmates, played in the same parks we did, went to the same schools, and they have a tradition. And we will be remembering them as part of this memorial. It is a wonderful community project.
Now that a location and design has been approved by the council, the committee will begin its fundraising efforts. What's the name of your neighborhood? To strengthen ties between neighbors and improve communication with City Hall, the city is beginning a process to identify the community's neighborhoods. Edina Assistant City Manager Karen Kurt is seeking volunteers to serve on a neighborhood identification steering committee. The committee will design and facilitate a public engagement process to identify and name Edina's neighborhoods.
I think there's a couple of benefits. I mean, selfishly, I think there's a benefit to the city in that we now have a communication channel we didn't have before, where we can solicit feedback for projects that the city is working on. But I think it's also a vehicle for residents to tell us what they think is important.
When the initiative is completed, all Edina residents will have the opportunity to form and join a neighborhood association recognized by the city. A similar neighborhood program has existed successfully in St. Louis Park for several years. Volunteers interested in joining the Neighborhood Identification Steering Committee should apply to Kurt by Friday, December 9th by sending their name, address, contact information, and a short summary of how their background complements the committee's mission. A popular business district in Edina is shaking up the holidays with new street decor. Edina 16's Kaylin Martin with more on the story.
The holiday lights in the trees at 50th and France have been replaced by snowflakes, and not the kind that melt in your mouth.
This year, I think people will be very pleasantly surprised by some of the new things that we will have up. It'll be different than last year, but very fun and unique.
Lit snowflakes are gracing the streetlights at the corner of 50th and France this holiday season.
I think you kind of get immune to, oh, there's lights in the trees, but I think this will make people stop and look, wow, that's new, I've never seen that before.
After spending anywhere from $20,000 to $80,000 on holiday decorations each year for the busy shopping area, the 50th and France Business and Professional Association thought it was time to save money and do something a little less ordinary.
This is an opportunity to do something different, to make our 50th and France area be special and unique.
The snowflakes are hung by hooks, which were mounted to the light posts this fall. Those hooks will remain after the real snowflakes are long gone, making next year's installation an easy one.
Pretty simple installation, it's just basically a hook setup. It's really sturdy, so it's not going to fall down or anything like that with the wind or snow or ice or anything like that.
Vice President of the 50th and France Board, Julie Bosalis, said the new lights are a welcomed change.
Creating something new, something different, just a refreshing change. I think it'll bring new energy and excitement to the area.
And who isn't a fan of a big snowflake? A lit up one, that is.
Everybody can relate to a wonderful snowflake. It makes you feel good about the season.
With Steve Christensen, I'm Kaylin Martin, Edina 16.
The 50th and France holiday decor will grace the streets through February. Before we go, we want to highlight some of the many upcoming events in our community. City Hall will be closed December 26th in observance of Christmas and January 2nd for New Year's. Edinburgh Park will host a New Year's Eve family celebration from 6 to 9 p.m. December 31st. The event includes food, dancing, and games. The countdown to bring in the new year will be at the stroke of 8 o'clock, giving little ones time to celebrate and go to bed on time. On behalf of Edina Community Channel 16, happy holidays. Thanks for watching this month's episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.